Okay, we're back in the ESG studios here, and I want to show you guys what the best multiplayer template is for tanks. So let's get into it here. You can see that this is one of my multiplayer games, and Germany is losing Barbarossa, and we did not build enough tanks, and I'm going to show you how to build those tanks. We have two tank templates here. One is mech and one is Amtrak. So you can see that the Soviet player is defending around the Stalin line. They pushed into us a bit, but basically the Soviet multiplayer meta is to stay behind this river here. You want to go in forest tiles. You want to build a fort right there. You build kind of a trap right here next to Weitbecks, so that you can make an encirclement here if the Germany player is attacks here. Not a good idea for Germany to attack through here because they can just shut the door from Weitbecks, however you pronounce that town. And you usually hold around Gomel, like these marshes here, Kiev, all the way down. And you might want to even occupy some of these forest tiles down south as well. So let's get into the tank template here. I showed you that line because the line basically is behind a river. And you can make Amtraks fairly easily as Germany with this template here. As you can see, we have 8 Amtrak companies, 10 heavy tank companies, and 2 tank destroyer companies. So ESG, how do you get Amtrak as Germany? Isn't that going to ruin your research? Well, no. What you need to do is after you get, let's see here, around Maginot. Where are we? Over here. We're on El Wolf, so it's a modified focus tree. After you get around Maginot, you could get Operation Westrubung, reduce ahead of time penalty by 2 years, and give a 100% research bonus valid for the next 1 research of these technologies, transport models. So if we head over to our technology tree here, if you've already gotten mech by Battle of France, you can easily transition into Amtraks. And then let's head over to the production queue here. We're making the amphibious tank, and after you've researched that, you can put it into your template. And this template will do better across the Stalin line rivers. You're going to have 11% movement across rivers and 25% defense. The attack is still -12, but let's compare that with a mech division. The mech division's movement is only a +3%, and the defense is 25%, but the attack is the main thing. It's -32 as opposed to -12 with the Amtraks in your division template here. So this is a very good division template, and you should have something like this by Barbarossa. You might want to consider peppering in something else, but if you, like, say you put in support AA, it's going to reduce your organization, so I don't like doing that. And looks like my PC has low disk space, so I'm going to have to end the video soon. This is the template that I would use for Barbarossa for mech. So you're going to make like about 4 Amtrak templates and about 20 mechanized templates. And a Battle of France template is basically going to look the same as this, but with motorized instead of the mechanized. So you might have a couple of those hanging around from Battle of France, maybe 2 or 3, and then the rest you should have mechanized and have it look like this. Heavy tank destroyers are used because of the heart attack. If you add these into your template, they're only going to improve your piercing a little bit. So piercing there is 134. If we put the tank destroyers in, it goes to 136. So it's only going to improve your piercing by 2 points, but the heart attack is where it's going to be at. Your heart attack is going to start off at 867 and then boost up to 929. So that's quite a bit of heart attack. And as you can see, these units have quite high hardness. So that's really where the magic is in terms of the tank destroyers to improve that heart attack. And the mechanized is in the template so that it can improve your organization. And also like little things like movement speed. And if it's an Amtrak 40 width tank division, it's to improve that attack over rivers. Probably good to mention here, it improves the attack into the marshes as well. So if your opponent is defending the Pripyat marshes, you saw a negative 28% as opposed to a negative 16% attack into marshlands. If you're not familiar with Soviet geography, these are the Pripyat marshes in the middle here. And it used to be meta to hold all the marshes, and now the Soviets typically just cherry pick these marshes in here to hold. So those Amtraks are quite important. Thank you, Juche, for teaching me that strategy. And yep, those are the 40 width tank divisions, the 240 width tank divisions that I use in my multiplayers, and I would suggest for you to use them as well. That's going to end the video here, and I'll see you on the next one.